Hi, my name is Oisin O'Reilly. I'm the Chief Executive here at Outhouse LGBTQ Centre, and my preferred pronouns are he and him. Every few weeks, I'm going to be recording a short video to update you on the implementation of the new strategic plan here at Outhouse, Space for All, which we launched at the end of May. We're just out of Pride Month. Been an exceptionally busy time. Over 5,000 people visited the centre during the month of June, accessing a range of day-to-day support services, but also a massive whole suite of activities spanning the four pillars of our strategy: connection, culture, campaigns, and community support. In the campaigning space, we had our residents, Sex Workers Alliance of Ireland, hosting workshops. We had soapbox sessions with the Dublin Lesbian Line, hosted the political debate with the National LGBT Federation. The cultural space, we had our friends from Belfast and the Outburst Arts, performed Border Fairies by Richard O'Leary to a sellout audience here at the centre. We screened an amazing film called Worthy by a black LGBT activist called Zainab Boladale, which was again a sellout, and I suppose bringing their lived experiences into the milieu of events and conversation within our community, which is so important. And our monthly staple of the Rocky Horror Picture Show was a resounding success at the end of the month as well. In the connection space, we launched two new social spaces here at the centre. One is a sapphic social for lesbian, bi and trans women, and we also opened a new trans and non-binary social group that's meeting here every fortnight as well. And that's in addition to the bi-monthly cafes, Gold for older gay men, and the Gay Guys Cafe that have been meeting for quite some time. Pride Nails held an amazing fundraiser for gender affirming care for one of the community and vastly exceeded their fundraising target. We were delighted to offer some support. In our community support space, we reopened the Garda Advice Clinic with our Garda Diversity Officers here on the last Thursday of the month, and Kinder, which is a new open meeting for the 12-step recovery programme for all forms of addictions, opened this month as well. And on the day of Pride itself, we had a whole host of activities and events taking place here. The one that I'm probably most proud of is Pride Pals, which was, I suppose, a connection with, or a space for connection for people who are maybe coming to their first Pride and don't have many queer friends to celebrate Pride with. We had a whole host of partnerships during the month of Pride, including our campaign with Dublin Bus, Searching for Pride, a place to bring questions, raise awareness about Outhouse in the centre, and making it clear that we're a place for everyone in the community, those who know lots and those who maybe are at the early parts of their journey. And we had huge traction on social media, and it was a really wonderful campaign to be part of. We had a wide range of speaking engagements, trainings and workshops in organisations of every type and size, including the Pride at Work conference hosted by Dublin LGBTQ Pride. I delivered training sessions around rainbow washing to parts of the advertising and marketing industry, and with a huge range of community fundraisers who went out to fundraise for the centre and our mission. And I'm so grateful to every one of you for supporting our work here and enabling us to implement Space for All. A huge thank you to the volunteers who made all of our activity over Pride happen, to the donors and fundraisers and supporters, and the team at Dublin Pride, who were really so supportive of everything we did here at Outhouse over the course of the month and beyond. Where I suppose beyond Pride, we're making a significant number of investments in the new strategy. We've secured funding for some vital upgrades to information and communications technology here. We're going to be carrying out some building work towards the end of the summer, restoring the historic facade of the ground floor of the building, and upgrading, or we've just completed upgrades to our emergency lighting systems here at 105 Capel Street. During the course of the month, I was delighted to welcome some of the city leaders to the centre, including the Lord Mayor of Dublin. We had a great chat about the needs of our community in the context of safety and housing and homelessness and otherwise, and secured the Lord Mayor's support for the development of a world-class centre for LGBTQ plus people and the City of Dublin. I had a fantastic meeting with Stephen O'Leary, the President of Dublin Chamber of Commerce, again talking about the commonalities we have around housing and safety and otherwise, and how we can support one another in creating a space in which all LGBTQ plus people are safe, seen and celebrated. At the start of June, I was delighted to spend a few days in Brussels with leaders from the LGBTQ plus movement from right across Europe and Central Asia, talking about the future of our movement and crafting a new strategic plan for ILGA Europe. And I'll report back on more of that as it develops over the course of the summer and into the General Assembly later this year. And kind of towards the end of the month, we convened the first multi-stakeholder meeting on LGBTQ plus homelessness. We had representatives from LGBT orgs, the HSE, the Dublin Regional Homeless Exec, and the homeless sector, and we're working to secure a dedicated homeless shelter for LGBTQ plus people in the greater Dublin area. We had a very productive first meeting, and there's a huge amount of work to go into making that a reality over the months and years ahead. As well, during the month, I met with the Taoiseach, Taoiseach, Minister for Justice, Minister for Health, Ministry for Equality, and the Chief Whip to raise, I suppose, issues of concern to the community, including, the hate crime and hate offences bill moving through the Oireachtas, a ban on conversion practices, securing increased funding for LGBTQ plus orgs nationwide, and the deficiencies that exist in trans healthcare. As kind of I look ahead to the next few weeks and months, there'll be a bit of a time for a bit of a break for me and some of the team to take our holidays and have a bit of a rest. Trans and Intersex Pride has just happened over the weekend. It was a resounding success, and we facilitated a Trans and Intersex Day of Joy here at the centre, which was led by our gender non-conforming colleagues. And we're going to continue building out our suite of events and activities, ensuring that we have this intersectional approach and that we're really, making sure that we're providing something for everyone in our communities. If you have any ideas for things that we should or could be doing, please reach out to us, lift the phone 01873 4999, or pop us an email or reach out on social media. We're always looking for new ideas and what have you. We'll be pushing forward on those issues we discussed with government and with ILGA Europe. And I suppose we're hopeful that we will see some significant shifts later in the year around some of these issues coming from government. But listen, I want to say thank you all so much for the help and support and solidarity that we have seen from you since we launched the strategy. The feedback we've gotten from our communities has been absolutely wonderful. Please keep sharing that with us. Listen, I hope to see all of you, or each and every one of you, here at the centre sometime very, very soon. And I'll talk to you all again soon again. Thanks a million. Take care and have a wonderful week.